Eat money. Eat money.
A goody evening. I say a goody evening. It's another K Factor production. My name is Kaazon. I'm in charge of the K Factor. It is a court style. Therefore, I have judges.
Eat money.
How do you do, sweet?
Eat money.
It's like this right here. Hello. My name is Kaazon. I'm in charge of the K Factor. We sitting at a wonderful 68 degrees here on the Gulf Coast. That'll be Pensacola, Florida, where I reside. Expected a little fog in the morning. That's in the morning. A little fog. So they say. And we have Dre's attorney on already here at the court. It's sweet. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. This content is used for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair uses is use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All rights belong to their respective owners. There's your disclaimer. There's a face screen. Kaazon. Any questions or concerns, you can always reach me at kaazon@gmail.com. That's kaazon@gmail.com.
Eat money.
That's for questions or concerns. Anything you feel like you don't want to put in the chat or put out in the public of YouTube, always contact me there. If you need it to stay confidential, confidential it will be. Always remember, not just for me, any other person that turns on a camera and get on a microphone, anybody that writes in the chat, including myself, that is a record. As we're waiting for the judges to check their schedule to see if they about ready for court. Good evening, Mo girl. Good evening. I'm in my middle of the week, so I'm gonna be moving pretty swiftly. We'll cover a lot. All that we don't cover tonight. It is a good possibility we could take a station break tomorrow night. But then Thursday, Thursday, we leading into my weekend. You understand? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which means Thursday evening, we can hang out. Yes, we can. Busybody, what's up with you, busy? Sound and production, sample mix. Moments in Love by Art of Noise. One of my most favorite harmonies on the planet. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Mo. It's about that time. All right, so I'm gonna try to run this to maybe about 8:30, 8:45 this evening, and then I must regain my strength. I got another day. Also gives me a little time to prepare a little bit more, but what I have should suffice. With no further delay, we did our disclaimer. We did our house cleaning. And now, yeah, it's time to call the court to order here, and it is time to let's see. We wanna check Dre out. We gonna check him out. Now, let me get back to my face screen. Let's be clear on a few things. Remember, we don't want to be a repeated pattern. Although this is nothing new. In my opinion, as Dre, like anybody else, realized his buddy had been down for a couple of months. Him trying to contact Nesto and was unable to. Found him in jail. Now, unfortunately for Dre, when Dre came in, got you. I'm gonna read that in 1 second, Mo girl. I got you. And I don't think I disagree with that. However, matter of fact, let me just read Mo girls now. I gotta say, Dre seemed very genuine and rocked hard with Nesto until he allowed Sonya in the situation. Okay. I'll say this on that. Truthfully speaking, honestly speaking, that means when I'm speaking from the heart. Not that I know any of these people in any of their actions other than these phone calls. I don't know what they did or what they'll do. In my opinion, as Dre, maybe homeboy to homeboy, was rubbing a little light shoulder with his brother, homeboy, partner, his buddy, Nesto. As the bloggers in the chat board started tooting that horn as he was claiming to be Team Shirley, I think Dre got caught in the limelight. I think Dre got caught in the limelight a little bit. And I'll go as far as to say, if you're innocent until proven guilty, if that is the truth, And that is supposed to be the basis your camp supposed to be traveling under, then it has to be that way all the way around the board. If not, then what would make Dre any different than Sonya? Right? I mean, I don't think nobody will come in here that's familiar with the story, know the history. We all will agree and can agree and should be able to agree. Nesto cheating on Shirley is no big secret to Dre. Right? Yes or no? True or false? Honestly speaking, just wait 1 second before you put your feelings and your emotions in it. Just wait 1 second before we get to that part. There's going to be plenty of time for that. Plenty of time. But I'm saying, if you're innocent before proven guilty, and your boy done told you, hey, I'm not no Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but that over there they talking about, I ain't did none of that. None of that. Because first, we have to make a list of what we think we can agree that Nesto has done, and some things we may feel like, well, he ain't really, I don't think he did that. Okay. Other than that, let's get in here and see what Drake got to say on some of this. Let's go.
She just said that she didn't say she was mad with you. I think she felt disrespected about a statement that you said.
Okay, what's the statement? What's the statement?
I don't damn know, Nesto. I'm gonna have to
see when Nesto asks him something straight up. Why even bring it up then? You could have kept that a little bit to yourself. Don't nobody building up no damn suspense in yourself and then don't tell you shit. Come on now.
Okay. I don't know something on the call that you and Dion. I mean, it's all over the thing. I don't know word for word.
Now he's talking about the part in between there when Sonya was upset with Nesto, which I can't wait to get back to that side of it. But I have to move in the order that the court wants me to move in. So we're on Dre right now. All right. Now, let me catch up with the chat. I can agree, so says Mo Girl. Dre did get thrusted in the limelight. Okay. Dre knew about the affairs, all of them. Okay. Dre said Shirley ain't one of them chicks that he had on the bus. Yes, he did. He most certainly said that. I have no problem with that, Mo Girl. He most certainly said that. In the bus, and boots, and a dog collar. What? Wow. Busybody says Dre knew his friend ain't never been faithful to nobody. Okay. Right. It's not Dre's. Sweet said it's not Dre's responsibility to keep Nesto honest. That's Shirley's job. I beg to differ. That ain't even Shirley's job. I wouldn't put that on no sister. I ain't putting that on Shirley. I wouldn't even put that on you, sweet. I'm just saying. I don't want to directly use you, sweet. I don't want to directly use you. So I'm going to just say Shirley. I'll just use Shirley. Nesto come in. Shirley say, yo, we got issues. We got a couple of bills pressing. And I want to go somewhere beautiful so I can relax. And Nesto says, all right, baby, I'll be back. And he goes out the door. I don't think any woman in their right mind want their man, hubby, their Negro, they cut partner, whatever the lingo is going in today's time, to give her a play-by-play of exactly what that man is going to do when he walk out that door to take care of what baby said she needed to be taken care of. Okay? So, no, it's not Dre's responsibility to keep up with Nesto. Neither is it Shirley. That's something Nesto has to look down within himself. Because remember, I teach a person's lie will tell you just as much about them had they would have told you the truth in the first place. Okay? All right. We get back to Dre here. Let me get back to Dre.
Right now, but when that her tell her that's what she was saying, that the statement that you made was disrespectful.
Oh, okay. Well.
So I'm like, oh, okay. But she kept stressing at the Miss Celia. I'm not mad. Feel like I'm disrespectful.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But he won't never tell his homeboy exactly what was said.
I think
Busybody. Okay, hold on. Busybody. Let me address that. Let me hit that. That part. I'm gonna say this. I think we have been rushed into something that wasn't our nature in the first place. I'm gonna say it again. I think we have been rushed into something. We took up some things that wasn't never an issue with us in the first place. That's one. Number two, I'm big on math. I happen to be one of those nerds who love algebra. I use solving X in everyday life. It's an equation. You could plug in some things. You could take a step back. Maybe you could start from the bottom and work your way up. I mean, everybody has different styles of how they deal and attack an algebra expression. Well, before we get to algebra expression, we could just stick with some basic math. First thing first, I said it last week. You could not, I'm going to say it again, you could not, even if you wanted to, match every female from 19 to 55 years of age to every brother from 19 to 55 of age. You wouldn't be able to match them up. Women outnumber, let me say, scratch that. The sisters outnumber the brothers by a long shot. And we don't have to sit here all night trying to figure out how that can even remotely be true. It is true. That's the truth. I told you, I was bull crapping around. I said 8-1. That's just what I said in a conversation, just running my mouth without any research. I got called on it. I did about a good 72, 96 hour of extensive research because I had to separate the brothers and the sisters, the ones that mistakenly call themselves black and African American, that little, the little titles and brands they put on you. I'm talking about you, right? When I actually did the research and looked, it was actually 11-1. Now, let's pull out the pencil because now we have to subtract. We must subtract the ones who don't even want a sister They prefer Becky. You have to subtract the ones who don't even want a female. You get my drift? They on the magic carpet. They not studying no female. Matter of fact, it'd be fair to say them and the female looking for the same thing. Now you got to look at the ones running around with their Gaks and Glocks and extendo clips and all that foolishness, right? The ones that's doing 25 to life or the ones that's dead, when you subtract them, and remember, I said 19 to 55, you're trying to match every feat. So it won't be no sharing. Well, the K factor here, to tell you the truth, sisters, under the current conditions we in, you're going to share whether you want to or not. That's just a fact. That's just where there's no way around it. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying your man is going to do anything or I'm going to do anything. I'm saying on the grander scales, numbers don't lie. There will be some sharing. Okay. Well, I applied that math over in the Nesto and Dre. Yes, Dre knows Nesto will cut up not only on Shirley or any other female. Him and Shirley only been knowing each other, together 8 years. If I heard him correctly, that leaves 17 more years. Him and Dre been homies. They done did a little time together. Probably ate off the same plate. No diddy. Maybe dried off with the same towel. Still no diddy. Coming at them brothers like that. Right? But Dre be tripping with the tongue.
Word that she used. Now, don't go back calling her, telling her Dre said, let me just shut the fuck up.
Oh, scared ass. Oh, scared ass. Oh, scared ass. Scared. Are you going back to man?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do all that, man. I'm not going to do all that. I'm not.
But Dion be telling you, sit down.
Oh,
she just said that she didn't say she was mad with you. I think she felt disrespected.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's still say yeah. We can leave that there. That's just one. That's just one example. Let's move on. I want to move a little quickly through these. I wish I could have caught them all on one video. I could have just chopped up one, but hey, I like doing this. Now, let me start laying out my casework here. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna say something.
If you say that, I really would be done. So right now.
So when they said too that when your lawyer asked that, they said that you couldn't be around your wives, then he was saying Shirley. Who is Melanie? Who the fuck are you talking about? Who is that?
Melanie.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that person. That's the person I go to court with.
I guess they were trying to say that she was your wife too.
No.
Okay, maybe I I must have misheard. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
But they were saying that, let him be around his wife, because they don't want another divorce. You know what I'm saying? I heard him answer that.
He was just joking.
Yeah.
But he was stumbling up there. To me, he went. He didn't smooth out, but he was like starting to rust off in the beginning to me. I didn't like that part. Like he didn't know the fuck he was talking about. But he smoothed out though. He smoothed out.
Yeah. Like he was reading some stuff, yeah.
No, sweet. I can't say. Hold on, let me back up. Kaazon, do you feel friends should hold each other accountable in relationship affairs? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Mo girl. Put me down on the record for saying yes. Yeah. And he did. He did in his own way. Sweet says, but as the wife in the marriage, It's your responsibility to know what your husband is doing. I cannot and will not agree to that, sweet. I can't. Sweet, if I get up on this thing and tell you I agree with that, I'll be BSing you. Real talk. I might well just cut the thing off, go dip into wife's pot up in that mug she done whipped up earlier, and call it a night. You know what I mean? I can't agree with that. And that's no disrespect to not one female. I don't care if you my flesh and blood. That is no slight towards any wife. But no, it is not the wife's responsibility. Maybe move the word responsibility out. No, actually, let's move the whole preposition out. Responsibility to know. What? Move that out. You have to change it to something else. Is she on the edge of the chair or the edge of the bed when the husband leaves? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Call him every minute on the minute? No, you're gonna talk to me on the phone while you go where you said you're going? I know not. And neither is that in our history. Them old school women, that's what Nesto was digging about Shirley. Them old school sisters, the old school now, old school, would tell you, girl, a man gonna be a man. Okay? Look at the power of the mother. The only way a child knows that the father is because the mama tell him so. That power. So the sisters have their power. But to say that they're going to be responsible, it's their job to know. I know I'm paraphrasing, sweet. As the wife in the marriage, it's your responsibility to know what your husband is doing. I don't know. You know what? I've said my piece on that. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a female convention thing. That's something where the females gather together and come to the determination. But I mean, make sure, sweet, you wasn't playing when you said you are a Dre lawyer. That's right. That's right. Stick to it. Yes, stick to it. Miss Clark said first. Hi, Miss Clark. Dre is my favorite character in this chronicle. I think you told me that the other day. Sweet said, that's fine, Kaazon, but I was married for 30 years, and you know, and I respect that. I believe. Now, I don't even want to put that on you just in case I'm wrong. But I believe you gave me a little more information on that the other night. And if that's the case, that I'm not taking no slight away from the husband. But anyway, you did say for 30 years, and I feel I know what I'm talking about. And you know what? Brother not finna knock you on that, sis. The brother being honest, when I say honest truthfully, there comes a moment where the sisters go into a meeting and they come to a conclusion of what's the proper way to handle that when the husband is not around the wife. Ms. Clark said, I totally agree with Sweet. I'm going to back up to Anisha. Good evening, Kay and chat, and good evening to you. Back with this Dre. Now, check out this lip. This some bull.
Did you say that? I really would be done. So right now.
So when they said too that
Look, here we go. Here we go with his nosy ass.
Well, your lawyer asked that.
Knowing he done did time. I don't care if the calls wasn't out on YouTube yet. That makes me know. Never mind. I'm talking to 2 ex-convicts who are fully aware, or should be fully aware, that these calls are being recorded for legal reasons and quality insurance. Huh? That's the first thing. 2, as I made the argument for Nesto, one of the main reasons why Nesto wasn't really trying to do that heavy flirt shit most of the time. Now, again, I ain't finna put it on that man that he Jesus. He ain't Muhammad. He ain't Elijah. You know what? I really shouldn't be using them names for an example. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Scratch that. Your Honor. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. My common sense just kicked. Your Honor. Judge. I want to scratch that last statement I made. Those last names, I want to scratch them from the record. Is that fine? I thought Anisha told me I was fine with that. She said, fine at Mo. Okay, she wasn't talking to me. Can I scratch that from the record? Please? Nobody objected to anything. I just want to move it from the record. I didn't mean to use those names. With that being said.
They said that you couldn't be around your wives. Then he was saying, Shirley, his wife, who is Melanie? Who?
What's it your damn business? You've been his partner for 35 years. If you don't know who the Melanie is, then why ask him now? Wait till later. You'll see in a minute. You could have handled. Why you on the phone questioning that? That's your boy. Now hell no, I don't need no friend like. Hey, you stay home. You stay Nesto, homeboy. Out of here. All that questioning.
Who the fuck are you talking about? Who is that?
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mo. I had to stop this whole thing. I appreciate that. I want to scratch that off rip. I messed up. I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. I effed up. Any of those things that a normal person find it hard to say, like, I'm sorry. Now, some people be like, I can't say I'm sorry. I'm going to throw up, pass out, die, croak, back gonna break, or something like that. I'm a real man. I want to scratch that from the record. Okay, now back to, who is Melody? That ain't your business. Ask him later. Friend, buddy, partner.
Melanie.
Play dumb with his ass, Nesto. Play dumb with his ass. You know, I done knocked my whole goddamn lens out my glasses again. So I don't need them no more. See, there I go. I thought I had tightened them down.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that person.
Don't tell him nothing, Nesto. Don't tell that man. Shh.
Person I go to court with.
I guess they were trying to say that she was your wife too.
No.
Okay.
Nesto, don't agree to nothing homeboy saying. Hey, your boy, hey. Nesto, that's been your rap. I see why you got doggone told Sonya what you told him when he was down there in them woods looking like swamp thing.
Yeah, maybe I must have misheard it. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you misheard it. So you shouldn't even bring it up. Make sure you hear the shit right first. Then, 2, check your timing. Sometimes it's, well, I'm going to leave that alone.
I was saying that, yeah, let him be around his wife because they don't want another divorce, you know what I'm saying? I heard him ask for that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But he was stumbling up there. To me, he went, he didn't smooth out.
Sweet. Attorney Mo said he worse than Sonya with that 3rd degree.
But he was like starting to rust off in the beginning to me. I didn't like that part. Like he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But he smoothed out though. He smoothed out.
Yeah. Like he was reading some stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Because Nesto righteously trying to talk about his situation. You know what I'm saying? And then you interrupting and shit. Let me hear that one more time. One more time.
I really would be done. So right now.
So when they said too that when your lawyer asked that, they said that you couldn't be around your wives, then he was saying Shirley. Who is Melanie? Who the fuck are you talking about? Who is that?
Melanie.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that person because that's the person I go to court with.
I guess they were trying to say that she was your wife too.
No.
Okay, maybe I must have misheard. Okay.
Hey.
They were saying that, let him be around his wife because they don't want another divorce. You know what I'm saying? I heard.
Say, bruh, did I tell you over the last 35 years? Have you known? Was she my wife when I went to prison? Do you remember me ever saying I do to her? Do you remember me hitting you up saying, yo, I married Melody? You talking like Melody, a complete stranger to you. And then you up on the phone questioning that boy like that. Know that doggone boy. In June, man, I know you remember everything that went down in June, Dre. All right, Dre, let me get on to some more Dre. So, Your Honor, I want to put this on the record. Dre full of shit. Bathing in the limelight. Let's go.
What she got to do, and guess what? She got that affidavit, and she put that affidavit, they turned it in saying that I could stay with her. So, I don't give a fuck what them motherfuckers think about me. So that let me know she's still on board. Make sense?
Yeah. Oh, so she agreed to it. She know about it?
Yeah, she know about it. What you mean?
Okay.
I told her.
I was just asking. I mean, I heard what they said, but I'm right.
Oh, you talking about, yeah.
Like if you were to get out, you're right. Yeah, they're gonna be all that new folk gonna be all out there with her. They when soon as you get released, they're gonna be following her, probably following your ass too.
I'm waiting.
Following your ass too.
Hey man, you know I'm good. I always take other motherfucking trash and turn it into goddamn a dime a piece.
Now Nesto. Damn. Your Honor, I'm sorry. I always try to agree to play it first, comment on it, play it again for clarity, go the hell off if necessary, and then move to the next one. But I messed up. What's up, Ms. JJ? Come on in, Ms. JJ. We in court. Dre's on the stand. Sweet is Dre's personal attorney. Mo Girl has been kind of like being fair. She been dividing it up fair. Anissa came in, second emotion. Dr. Clark stopped in, gave her agreement, and we moving on.
You know that, so I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody never gave me no new shit. So guess what? What you gotta do?
All right, so for you, Ms. J, because you wanted the Supreme Justices. For you, let me look at my time over there. Okay, time looking good. This is what I'm gonna do for you. I need to put it on the record in front of you, Ms. JJ. I'm not gonna really say that much. All I'm gonna say is Dre down for real? What kind of friend is he? What exactly was he, he got caught in the limelight. Bumping, let me just put it that way. He was in the limelight. The bloggers and some of the chatters were done juice that boy. All right, so this is what I put on the record first. This for MJ and J.
I really would be done. So right now,
So when they say
Chat, y'all bear with me. Miss J.E.J. is just not no anybody passing through here. That's one of the Supreme Justices. My case, yes, I'm the K factor. They the justices though. And I'm presenting a case to them. I'm charging Dre with being in the limelight, and I'm questioning if he really is Nesto's homeboy, partner, buddy, friend. This is what I put on the record here, Miss JJ. I'm gonna be quiet.
it too that when your lawyer asked that they said that you couldn't be around your wives, then he was saying Shirley, who is Melanie? Who the fuck are you talking about? Who is that?
Melanie.
Yeah.
I can't talk about that person because that's the person I go to court with.
Oh, I guess they were trying to say that she was your wife too.
No.
Okay, maybe I misheard. I must have misheard. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
But they were saying that. Yeah, let him be around his wife because they don't want another divorce. You know what I'm saying? I heard him ask for that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was just joking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was stumbling up there. I mean, he went. He didn't smooth out, but he was like starting to rust off in the beginning to me. I didn't like that part. Like he didn't know the fuck he was talking about. But he smooth out though. He smooth out.
Yeah. Like he was reading some stuff. Yeah.
You say that, I really would be done. So right now.
So
Hold that right there. That was the first piece of evidence I played. Him questioning that about Melanie and what was the role she played. Oh, and by the way, I know everybody in here is educated. I don't care where you got it from. Streets or Harvard. Harvard to the streets to Harvard. Don't be raising y'all hand up like you a minority. The legal term for minority is the state and condition of a minor, an infant, a freaking baby. They be playing with you. Now, some people will come in and say minority means the vote. It's the lesser of the few, and it's the lesser of the many. And hey, listen, in any law dictionary, if you look up the word minor or minority, it's going to tell you just what I have right there. The condition of a minor. Now, Nesto is starting to remind me he's a minority. Now, he might be a minority, an infant, baby-like. He like a child. Okay. Anyway, that was my quick commercial break. All right, getting back to my regular scheduled program in here. Dre back on the stand. All right, the next thing I pulled up for Dre, let me make sure I did. Melody, I did one more. It seemed like I did one more. No. Oh, yeah. Then, Miss JJ, you walked in while we were doing this one.
And guess what? She got that affidavit, and she put that affidavit, they turned it in saying that I could stay with her.
You know, I want to say this. Sidebar. On the sidebar, do I know where it's at? I'm going to go look in a minute while I got y'all checking something else out. You know, this whole affidavit thing was the biggest joke. Do y'all remember when Nesto was talking to Shirley? And he did it in this order. He said, I want to thank you for signing the affidavit. Then he turned around in the same breath. You did see it, right? And that just stood out to me that boy crazy. Miss JJ said, I think he was in his partner. I think he was with his partner until he read those warrants and listened to the discovery and saw those 40 RICO charges and said, what in the hell was Nesto into then? Maybe.
So,
I mean, but I have to be fair. If I'm not going to be fair, I might as well just get this whole thing up. To be fair, I believe Nesto is guilty of some things. I do. But all of it, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't give a fuck what them motherfuckers think about me. So that let me know she's still on board. Make sense?
Yeah. Oh, so she agreed to it. She know about it?
Yeah, she know about it. She know what you mean.
Okay.
I told
You
her.
got doggone right.
Asking, I mean, I heard what they said, but I'm...
Yeah, no, bump that.
I don't give a fuck what them motherfuckers think about me.
Okay.
So that let me know she's still on board.
Uh-huh.
Make sense?
I hate when Nesto always asks his friends them. It makes sense. Am I right? Am I wrong? Stand 10 toes down on something. Your friends and them ain't in there. You are. And on something.
Yeah. Oh, so she agreed to it. She know about it?
Yeah, she know about it.
The JG said, and listen to the calls, because I think he is a subscriber to, I most certainly know he probably is. Miss JJ. I almost want to go as far as to say, I think Dre found him a chat partner amongst somebody in between the blogger and the main chat world. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the record of why I say that. I say that because on that one particular call, when he was saying that he need Dre, this is Dre talking, he was explaining to Nesto that he wanted to apologize to him because he said something that Nesto didn't actually ever say out of his mouth. And that was that he said that Nesto didn't ever love Shirley in the first place. Nesto never told Dre that. And Dre was trying to go back and he said, yeah, one of the females, a female friend of his that he has met since all of this kind of came down the pipeline, second emotion and told him, and I quote on this, you need to make that right with your partner, end quote. So yeah, I believe that. And then some.
What you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let's find out why Nesto asking that, what he mean.
Yeah. Oh, so she agreed to it. She know about it?
Yeah, she know about it. She know what you mean.
Okay.
What you mean? Help Nesto pull this lie off. What you mean? Oh, limelight self.
I was just asking, I mean, I heard what they said, but I'm... Right.
Oh, you talking about, yeah.
Like if you were to get out. You're right. Yeah, they're going to be all that new folk going to be all out there with her. As soon as you get released, they're going to be following her, probably following your ass too.
I'm waiting.
Following your ass too.
Hey, man, you know, I'm good. I always take other motherfucking trash and turn it into goddamn a dime a piece.
I don't understand that statement right there, Nesto. That little part had nothing, absolutely nothing. That has me feeling like something was cut. Shout out the phone calls from prison. I know a phone call from prison ain't cut nothing. But that was weird. But y'all have been talking what y'all were talking.
I'm following your ass too.
I'm waiting.
Following your ass too.
That's the paparazzi and them following him and Shirley. And if he gets out, them two around.
Hey, man, you know, I'm good. I always take
That dumbass laugh.
other motherfucking trash and turn it into goddamn a dime a piece.
I do not understand that whole line of words right there. I do not get that.
You know that, so I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody never gave me no.
I don't know where that even came into play at. You're going to turn what into a dime piece? I don't know. Hey, it's in the court. Whatever the court come down to add or take to that or take away from it.
No new shit. So guess what?
All right. Now that was one of the things that issued that doggone this didn't like. Why was that boy in there questioning that boy like that and whatnot about about the affidavit? You ain't have to sign it. It ain't had nothing to do with you. That's some old man. You talking about some weirdo ass shit? That's some weird stuff to me. Let's go.
So that's kind of it. Yeah,
They say you've been railroaded.
Yeah, I've been railroaded. Come on now. Everybody know my character. The people who do know me, they know that I'm not set up like that. Not at all. And people run with shit around there. They don't even have their facts together. One thing I learned goddamn 32 years ago from you. You gotta have your facts together, or we're gonna argue, we're gonna fight.
So you saying all the stuff that I hear on the internet about you, you said you've been railroaded.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You gonna see?
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna see. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm no goddamn good two shoe. No, I'm not saying that about you.
Well, I know that, but right, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
How much Shirley done?
I ain't talked to her, bro. Ever since let me tell you something. One time
They got your name. Let me back up. I think Dion told you the last.
And we remember what Dion told him. Anisha said, she said, I didn't sign anything as a matter of fact. That's not going to be possible now. That's you get no, most certainly that's what she said. Due to the building, etc. Absolutely. That's almost in a direct, exact quote. Anisha, you're going to have to go stay with Dion. That is absolutely what she said. And I'm sure that's going to come back up later on in another part of this. But yes, that is what Shirley said. Nesto made that whole thing sound crazy from the word go. Mo said when Dre heard Sonya talking down on him and Nasty ain't say shit, that threw Dre for a loop. Okay, let me comment to that. Mo, will you be willing to take it into consideration when Nesto spoke to Dre on this very subject and he finally got down, because you got to remember, I know, even though Miss J.J. told me there is going to be a lot you don't understand about Nesto K Factor. I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. I'm assuming that probably nobody in the chat really honestly know him personally, right? I'm going to say that, I'll say this. I'm going to concede to this, Miss JJ, and I don't normally concede to nothing. There's going to be a lot that's going to come out if and when this ever makes it into the courtroom. I will be reminded of this comment you made. That may be true. That's about as close as I could get to responding to that. That may serve to be true. But in the meantime,
that time we talked.
So that's kind of it. Yeah,
they say you've been railroaded.
Yeah, I've been railroaded. Come on now.
It's like Dre don't believe him. And that's your partner. But then again, somebody wrote up in the chat earlier about time Dre heard that discovery, those RICO charges, some of the basic evidence that was put out there, some from the court, some from the YouTube detectives, some from just people that know him. Yeah. His homeboy don't believe him.
Everybody know my character.
But Nesto has always claimed, if it ain't no one person that know his character, and that's Dre. Dre know his character. Two, let me ask y'all a question. I understand what Sweet wrote earlier in the dialogue her and I was having back and forth about if it's a wife's responsibility to know what her husband is doing. And then I think I saw an accountability question, basically, and I'm gonna paraphrase it. Is it all right for one homie to hold his other homie accountable if he cutting out on his wife? And I said, yes. That is fair game. There is nothing shocking about that. Hey, bro, what you doing, bro? Boy, you better sit your goddamn ass down, boy, for fill in the blank. Knock your noodles out your head, boy. All right? And no, bro. I tell you what. F around and tell her you was with me, and you know goddamn well you wasn't with me. I tell you what, put my name in it and watch to see what happened next. Yeah, hell yeah. Hold them accountability.
The people who do know me, they know that I'm not set up like that. Not at all. And people run with shit around there. They don't even have their facts together. One thing I learned goddamn 32 years ago from you. You gotta have your facts together, or we're gonna argue, we're gonna...
See, Nesto even learned some things from Dre. I wonder which one of them look up to the other one. Or was it an even exchange? You ever wondered that? You ever wonder if Dre looked up to Nesto? It seemed like Nesto should have looked up to Dre, because Dre sounded like he came from a real nuclear family. Mom, dad, did it the regular American way. Started a business, lived, raised his son, which is Dre. Dre went through the struggles of life, got the business back up and running. He doing good. He has 2 sons. Maybe they both, maybe one or the other may decide to jump in when Dre get to the point he can't do it no more, right? So I'm willing to bet that Nesto probably looked up to Dre until Nesto hooked up with either Shirley or this other female that has some fame or popularity to her. I'm not too familiar with who she is. Right? Maybe it's at that time Trey started looking up like, dang, Nesto, big house, big boy cars, big boy RVs, big boy ambulances. My girl said, when were the documents posted in the comparison to when Sonya, you want to put this on the docket, for when Sonya called him an idiot with a trucking company? Yeah, see, let me start off by saying this. I do not blame Dre, not one bit. I'm going to say it again. I do not. Matter of fact, I'm going to give Dre a real solid. Had Dre would have upped that money and gave it to Sonya or to one of them lawyers or to Nesto himself, however you want to look at it, he would have been an idiot with a trucking company. Because he did not give them the money once he realized and did his own, because Dre told him one time on the phone, hey, don't even worry about it, Nesto. I ain't got to call. I ain't got to ask you. I ain't got to talk to Sonya. I ain't got to talk to nobody. I can call straight down there to your lawyer, find out what's going on. Or I can call straight down to the bondsman, find out what's what. Because even Nesto came back and was like, he told Sonya, listen, man, after he went through his emotions and his feelings, or maybe he went through his feelings first and then his emotions. Once he kind of got that part straight, he did come back and be like, because this shit's been all over the place, He ain't seen no real action. I still seem to be stuck in one spot. He didn't really hold it that much against them. But at that very first beginning part, and Dre told him no, and Sonya was under the illusion that, you know, Nesto came from this big camp of people with money. People with some power, some clout. Nesto always bragged so much on his boy Dre. Did he not try to hook Dre up with Sonya's sister? Huh? Now, luckily, Dre ain't thirsty. He been on the move. He working. He got, you know, he done been there and probably done that. But it didn't change the fact. Nesto tried to hook his homeboy up with the sister. They were going to be like, yo, what's up, twin? Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
So you saying all the stuff that I hear on the internet about you, you said you been railroaded.
In what type of way? Okay, let me go see where this protector part came in. Anissa said, I don't know Nesto from a can of paint. Yeah, me neither, me neither, baby. We together on that. Neither do I. We could listen to these calls and listen to the different seasons he go through within himself, in his mind, in his thoughts, in his ways. We can draw some type of a conclusion, but to be able to say we know all out, we don't. Ms. J said Dre was Nesto's protector. Then Sweet said, I don't think Dre was Nesto's. Oh, yeah, I heard are y'all talking about when they were actually in prison? Let me think about that for a minute. Now, I've been trained. It's not proper to have a lot of silent air going on. Something or somebody needs to be constantly speaking on here. But I'm going to take a second and light my cigar, and I'm going to ponder on just that for a minute. Can I see Dre being Nesto? Now, because you got... Let me ask y'all this. Does Nesto come off to y'all to be like a chump? You know, not really, you know, as Sonya say, cut like that, not built for it. You know, when they be talking like that, is he really, you think he not about that life, or do you think he about that life? I mean, I'm thinking, if I'm to go by all that they're saying, I don't care if there is all women and a few guys, but mainly they're all women. I have a right to say that the women got brothers, dads, uncles, cousins, an ex. I would think that unless Nesto got them hands and them feet for your ass. I know what y'all talking about. I know y'all talking about the prison part. I know that. But let me light my cigar. Could Dre have possibly been Nesto's protector while they was in prison? Let me think about that for a second. If I could go to my music fast enough, I would go to it, but I can't. Protector. Hey, we finna whoop Nesto ass. No, y'all ain't finna. Hey, y'all ain't finna do nothing to my partner. All right. Let me ask this. Can anybody remember any quote that will lead you to believe Dre was Nesto's protector? I can't think of none. I do know I don't know though. I mean, if I got creative, I might could see a little wiggle room for when Dre was saying, you're not going to come talk to me about Nesto. That's my goddamn partner. Ain't nobody finna come up to me talking about Let me think. Cause one of them had went by and said, yo, Dre, I'm gonna knock Nesto noodles out his head. And Dre like, no, don't come over here telling me that shit. You ain't finna do nothing to my, maybe. I see Nesto's a chump by Black Dog. I'm leaning over there toward Black Dog. I need to come down with a decision. I need to make up my mind because I guess it doesn't matter from right or wrong, huh? We're not going to have no effect on the case one way or another, right? We dealing with character shit, right? You know what? It is a good possibility. In my final conclusion of my thoughts, in the final analysis, not really based off of an observation, but more audio. I think so. I can see grounds for him, Nesto, being scared because he talk about it too much. It reminds me, I do need to get to the bottom of that too. I don't know which one of my older daughters told my baby boy, my junior, because it wasn't one of them born at the time. The other one was. I wonder though. I'm trying to figure out in my own life which one of my older kids, one of my daughters, told my baby boy, Dad did time, and my son come busting up in the room like I done held out on him the secret of the woo. Like I got the kid cancer somewhere up in the closet and I ain't shared it with nobody. Yeah, can I holler at you for a second? Eyes all big and shit. My damn boy, what's happening? Trying to figure out a different way that Dad, did you I think you Dad, did you forget to tell me something? Like tell you what, boy. 15 minutes later, finally the boy like, Dad, I didn't know you had done been, to there. I said, yeah, boy, I had to do 22 months, really, 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 really early off in life, son. Really early off in life. I want to know why you didn't tell me. Nesto, on the other hand, he loves, I'm going to repeat, he loves putting it in the equation. Not only has he been to prison, he's quick to kind of circle the thing about being on the chain gang. I heard him run it with Shirley. I heard him run it several times with Sonya. On that chain gang, see that chain gang do that to you. See, the chain gang to have you, the chain gang why? I guess. Chain gang. That's different. So, I don't know. I think I do know. Allegedly. Maybe I don't know. I think I do, though. I think so. It's a good possibility. Probably most likely. I'm in the club of Dre was his protector. That's where I'm at.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You gonna see? Yeah, you gonna see? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm no goddamn good two-shoe. No, I'm not saying anybody.
Well, I know that, but
right. You knew he'll cut up. So what you getting at? Dre?
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm sure they're going.
And Nesto did call you. Now, if Dre wanted to get on Nesto ass about something, he could have got on him for not telling him what he was originally locked up. Remember, Dre doesn't find out the 3 or 4 months later. Matter of fact, it's almost looked like Dre and Sonya come in right around the same time. I could be mistaken, allegedly. I can't remember. I think so. Somebody tell me. And the only reason why I say that is because Dre, without a shadow of a doubt, let me back up. Scratch that. Nesto, as a matter of fact, with Shirley on the phone, wanted to let Dre definitely know about the CP, the aura, the dogs, and all. Well, that'll be coming up in a minute here. All of that carrying on. Dre led me to believe prior to that, Nesto didn't ever tell Dre either. Well, I don't know. I definitely know he didn't tell Dre what he was originally in jail for. Dre says so. He referenced to that. I don't have that cut for tonight, but that I'll make a note of that to go back and find that. Now, let's see here where I left off at in the chat, because the chat means something to me. Nesto don't really have, I'm at Mo Girl up there. Wait, no, let me go up a little further. Sweet said Nesto is definitely a chump. Miss J said, I'm talking about as homies too. Mo Girl said Nesto don't really have a back knee. You get me? Does that make sense? You don't have a backbone? Oh, I want to know what that. I'm willing to bet that was a typo. You meant backbone. You get me? Does that make any sense? Does it show as you straighten out that one little part where Nesto don't really have a back? What was that K-N-E? Let me see what a K is at. No, that's pretty far. I'm willing to believe you saying backbone. I'm going to let you know if that makes any sense just as soon as I get to the bottom of that part. Ms. J say K-Factor. They don't talk about that. That is part of the prison code, you know. Nothing about. What's part of the prison code? What they don't talk about? You talking about them two, Nesto and Dre don't talk about? What they don't talk about? Let me just ask. Sweet said definitely makes sense. Mo Girl told Sweet, Dre just speaks like he keeps Nesto in check and give him advice. Dre is the level-headed one in this duo. Dre's the free one. Remember, at one time, it was the other way around. Nesto was finding him a lawyer. Nesto went down there in the woods and got his homeboy when his homeboy was looking like Swamp Thing. Down there chasing that damn girl, scaring the shit out of that damn woman. All down in the woods. I mean, Dre words now. He said he was a mess. I was a mess, Nesto. You remember Nesto? I was a mess. I was right. I knew I was right. Backbone. I knew I was right, Mo. I just wanted to be sure, though. Just wanted to be sure. Not picking. I wanted to be sure, but I felt like I was right. That's confidence right there. Ms. JJ said, I think Nesto kept the most deviant stuff to himself. And, okay, wait a minute. I think Nesto kept the most deviant stuff to himself, and Dre didn't know about that. That's what shocked him. Ooh, Miss JJ. That is worth considering. It really doesn't matter how long they've been friends, does it? It really don't, do it? Then, if that's the case, ooh, Miss JJ, I wish you'd have been in here earlier when me and Sweet was talking. Sweet, do me a favor so I don't get too far distracted. Re-ask that question to M's JJ about the wife knowing what the husband is doing. I don't want to butcher it. I could go find it, but it's 8:15, so I better keep it moving. I better keep it moving. Miss JJ, that last one though, I ain't gonna lie. That I almost, not that I'm left speechless. That's one of those. Hey, I know what it is, Miss JJ. That's normally when you ask the judge, hey, Yana, can I take a recess? Can we go to recess? We ain't had no bathroom break. We ain't had no snack break. That's normally what I would do with that, because that was very well thought out. And that itself could just be the situation. He kept all the deviant stuff to himself. And Dre just didn't know about that. Plus, Dre, let me go further. Dre on the road. Dre not just sitting behind a desk sending some people out, sending his damn loads out here and there. He hands-on. They don't talk about exactly how they became friends in prison. True that. They don't. And I don't know if they knew each other. No, I guess they did meet in prison. It seemed like if they knew each other before prison, they would have mentioned that in one way or another. It sure is worth considering. I get no argument out of me on that. All right, let me see what else that I want to do with this.
I ain't talked to her, bro. Ever since she, let me tell you something. One
What?
time,
They got your name.
Oh, yeah, you want to let them know how bad they got his name. They got your name effed up. They got your name messed up out here, Nesto. Yup. Let me see where I left off at. Here we go.
Who's hooking y'all up?
Steve still get money, man. One thing I learned about this type of shit, those type of people still gonna get deals. They're not thinking about the small people like that. Just talking.
Okay.
Got to sit in an apartment with no furniture. They're not listening to them folks trying to make a name for shit. They're not listening to them people.
Gotcha.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Because in this case, Shirley would have been fired. They would have been got rid of her. They moved on, put somebody in their place. They folks about money, man. They're not thinking about that shit.
What's this? It's something at the Dodge deal. Who's hooking y'all up?
Steve still get money, man. One thing I learned about this type of shit, those type of people still gonna get deals. They're not thinking about the small people.
Oh, I think this is the second since out of all the cuts I messed up, but I can paraphrase it. Dre was on the verge, so I can keep it moving on to the next thing. The next thing I wanted to put on the record, and I'm sure the justices will remember, as a part of Dre asking him questions on this hot ass phone, and he's supposed to be Nesto's homeboy, his partner, his buddy, him friend. Next thing I know, he asking Nesto about the damn Dodge. What's up with them Dodges? That's what he was about to ask him. I cannot believe I messed up my cut, but that's what happens when you're doing certain things at work.
Just talking.
Okay.
Got to sit in an apartment with no furniture. They're not listening to them folks.
Oh, yeah, I know I messed up on this because I only have 31 seconds of this. This actually went a little bit longer. Let's see here. Should I attempt this? All right, hold on one second. Sonya, hold him right there in court with me because we in court. All right, let me see. Can I pick it up from right there? Okay. Now, let me go back up here. And let's see, can we finish that thought?
They're not listening to them people.
Gotcha.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Because in this case, Shirley would have been fired. They would have been got rid of her. They moved on, put somebody in their place. They folks about money, man. They're not thinking about that shit.
What's this? It's something at the Dodge dealership. What the fuck going on with this Dodge dealership? You had a Dodge before?
Who?
What's it to you? Why, Dre? Why right there on the dang phone are you having this conversation with your partner, friend, buddy, homeboy? Why is you asking him that? Hey, boy, you acting Boy, you and that damn Sonya, I ain't gonna lie. But Nesto, for the two people he proclaimed to really, really love, Dre and Sonya, man, if them two don't sound like they be goddamn cross-examining that boy, and because he love them and think they really on his team, I know that shit be burning him up. That's why he came back and talked shit about Dre. It didn't really change that much when he was confronted with Dre. He apologized though. And it was kind of sad when he did say, when he was telling Sonya, you know, Dre been my friend a long time, man. You don't be wanting to hurt the ones that you love. My heart kind of went out on Nesto on that because it wasn't a damn thing he could do to take that shit back. And these calls were way further out of whack than he ever imagined then. And I still believe right to this very day, I still don't think he knows the severity of these calls out here. I don't. Dre, Dion, Sonya, the little mention that Shirley gave him, I think he see them in little spits and whatnot. Not as open as just, oh, and by the way, shout out the phone calls from prison. But to be able to go straight home to phone calls from prison. I say that's mama phone calls from prison. We could go up in there and pull what we want to pull. I don't think he ever knew, then or now, how wide open these calls were. I don't. But here's Buddy though. Here's
It's
Boy.
not true. It's not true. Somebody gonna have to pay, Nesto. They got you messed up.
Okay. It gonna pay.
Okay. They got you fucked up. Okay.
And I'm gonna win.
Okay.
This day I'm on the phone. You just best believe I'm gonna win.
Let him know, Nesto.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna win.
You got friends in high places, huh?
I know that's
Okay.
right.
He said he know that. He said he's the one you taught him to make sure he got his facts straight. He said he learned that from you. He just said that's a fact. You should understand that language, Dre.
Yeah. So I'm going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Every time you put on the video, everybody got something to say and post, sir.
Sweet said, I said, okay, MJ, where you at? That response that Sweet put up, I said that it was the wife's responsibility. That's what me and Sweet was talking about earlier. I just wanted her to throw that up in there for you. Mo says, remember when Nesto told Dre they've been friends for 30 years? The day they got off the bus, they've been cool? Yep, I do. So that cancels out them being friends prior to them doing time. Okay, that's out of there, in and out. Mo says, that picture of Sonya in the courtroom gets me every time. I'm like, who in the fuck she thinks she is looking? I had to add this. I had to add this to the scene. I had to do it. I'm talking about that. I'm gonna let y'all deal with that. I'm not going there with that. I'm gonna read this chat. Who did she like that? Miss J said, I think Nesto told Shirley he had all these made up businesses and kept him out of town a lot. Plus she worked at night sometime. And I don't think she asked him mumbling as a lot of questions. No, she didn't, Ms. J. I'm with you on that. Shirley was an old school wife. She was old school. Before you came in, I was mentioning early how the old school women, and I'm talking about, so all right, let's just do some basic math. So Shirley had to be born right around the time my mom was born, give or take. In between probably 1949 to, well, let me see. If she just turned 70, damn, what year am I at? There's my answer. When did Shirley turn 70? 22, 68, 2023. So is she 72 today? What's up, Connie? It's all good. It's all good. It's worth going back to the playback, though. We getting it up in here. So I'm just going to say Shirley was probably born in between 1950 to 1953. All right. Which means her mom, give or take, the later part of the silent generation, before you get to the baby boomers. Okay. Okay, she was born in 55. Okay, so she's turning 70. No, I don't know about that, Black Doll, because we're at 2025 and Shirley was turning 70. Remember when she was getting on Nesto ass and she was like, well, I'm 69. I'm fixing to be 70 years old and this is what I'm going through. This is what I got going on in my life. I believe that was in 2023. So I'm willing to bet that Shirley has to be 72 today. Yeah. I think I'm right on that. Which means her mom then was probably my grandmother. My mom was born in 53. My grandmother was born in 1914. Her mother was born in 1880. So you have the silent generation creeping up on the baby boomers, and so on to the generation millennium, generation X, so on and so forth and whatnot. All right. That being said, yeah, I don't know, Black Dog, because if 55, that means she would be turning 70 today. Kaazon, stop making excuses for Shirley. Shirley's old school. I can see that woman. Dude, it ain't me. It's that. Hold on. Let me. It ain't me doing it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I should have brought my degree out here. In that period in time, the sisters didn't nag the man about where he was going, nor what he was doing. They had, now, here's where you can make up your ground with me. If that man was taking care of the home, that woman didn't ask no question. Now, with that being said, was Nesto taking care of the home? Did Nesto buy his wife that G-Wagon? I don't care how he obtained it. Did he give it to his wife? How he got it, that's a discussion for a whole nother day. What about that ring that she had to get to the po-po? $250. $250,000. He put that rock up on her finger. He the one that said when they were moving and where they were moving. The question is, could it be fair to say that Nesto was taking care of home? Then, therefore, in his mind and Shirley's mind, he could kind of do what he wanted to do with no questions or little to no question. I don't know. Dang, there was one comment that got away from me. I want to make sure I covered it. This Jay said, I think Nesto told Shirley he had all these. Okay, no, I got that part. Mo Girl said, Nesto has no clue how bad these calls have gotten. No, he do not, Mo. He don't. Sonya been down. Yes, she has been downplaying them since day one. Dre tried to tell him, but he laughed and said, she told me. They say you're nasty, Nesto. They say you're nasty. Ms. JJ said, mainly Shirley should have really asked about his bank account and seen his taxes. Touche, because he surely asked to see hers. You know what? Who wrote that again? Wait a minute. Let me get my head back right. No. Yeah, Ms. JJ. Yeah. If it's true, when Shirley said, you know, something to the effect of, I remember you asking me about my taxes or what kind of condition, you know, my things were in. Yeah, she should have turned around and say, mine's for yours. He would have said, huh? And then she could have just told him again, you heard what I said, mine's for yours. Mine's what? Yours? What you talking about? I'm talking about your taxes.
Going to win.
Okay.
This is where I want to get to.
Yeah, because I be glad when you get out, and so we can talk one-on-one and ride and get in that.
Right here. Right here. I want to say this, and ain't nothing over with. I'm going to go ahead and give you a heads up right now. Because I have 5 more lined up after this. I'll get to that later. Matter of fact, I might really do come on here and knock out tomorrow night. And then y'all know how I am on Thursday night. Bring your coffee. Bring your coffee. We can do the dang thing on Thursday night going into Friday. And catch me like last week. I'll even get you to work. The Ride to Work show with the K Factor. Get a load of this. This is homeboy. Nesto, this your homeboy now. This your homeboy. Get a load of this.
Yeah, because I be glad when you get out, and so we can talk one-on-one and ride and get in the house or whatever. So I need to know about these goddamn kids and these goddamn animals. I really need to know about that one.
Okay.
You're going to have to, you're going to have to really break that one. You have to do it now. You're going to have to really break that one down for me for them to even put that tag on you about some animals and kids on a goddamn laptop. You're going to have to break that one down for me.
Okay, it's going to be broke down, sir. When it be broke down, I just want you to do what your favorite thing is, smile and laugh.
Well, if you got your facts together and they lie, I am going to smile and laugh. I'm going to be,
Sure is.
I'm going to be team on this, though. I just want to know where they get all this shit from.
You are that, and I appreciate that. You're going to see. I promise you
Okay.
you're going to see. Yeah, I promise you're going to see, bro. You're going to see. You're going to like, damn. Yep. But I'm going to hold my head up top, going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I be glad when you get out, and so we can talk one-on-one and ride and get in the house or whatever. So I need to know about these goddamn kids and these goddamn animals.
I'd have hung that fucking phone up on that boy. Click. Brrr. That's all he would have heard. That's all he would have heard. I'm giving Nesto all he needs. I consider myself an educated brother. I have a small, limited, itty bitty, small understanding of the law. I definitely know ignorance of the law is no excuse. Neither am I an attorney or a lawyer. There isn't but one person in my house that holds a degree that stands up under any type of law, be my wife. But, Dre, that's your homie. You on this phone again. And you're not going to give your brother the benefit of the doubt that he's innocent. But right now, you talking like you absolutely already done found them guilty. And Nesto plan on using you eventually, which I wouldn't suggest that ever, ever. But as a character witness, he has told multiple people, you know his character. And the best you got is,
and so we can talk one-on-one and ride and get in the house or whatever. So I need to know about these goddamn kids and these goddamn animals.
really, why would you even want to know about that shit? Why would you even want to?
I really need to know about that one.
You don't really need to know nothing. Send me some commissary. Sweet said, well, then Shirley gets what she get. Sweet said, that's not true or 100, Kaazon. Sweet, if you could give me a quick, just a few words to hit my brain to let me know that what I said that made you say not true or 100. I just want to make a note so I don't cross again. That's all. Connie said, Shirley was just happy to say she had a husband. Now, Connie, I heard somebody else I know very well say that. What's going on, Brown family? She says, I know some women in their 60s right now that think just like Shirley. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm with you on your commentary regarding Shirley K. I appreciate that, Connie. And it's just, it's an era. It's a period in time. Kind of like I was born in the 70s. I come from an era where girls, women, ladies didn't fight. Period. A sister wouldn't dare think about getting into a squabble with another sister and take the chance of getting a mark on her face. Today, shit, they about their life. That means absolutely nothing to them. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So, periods in time, eras, that's another word I want. You know, they're like in chapters. It don't cut sometimes. Nevertheless, and why is my thing not receiving? Are we back up and rolling thing? Okay, I think we are.
Okay, first.
You're gonna have to really break that. You have to do it now. You're gonna have to really break that one down for me for them to even put that tag on you about some animals and kids on a goddamn laptop. You're gonna have to break that one down for me.
Okay, it's gonna be broke down, sir. When it be broke down, I just want you to do what your favorite thing is: smile and laugh.
I got you on that, Sweet. I got you.
If you got your facts together and they lie, I am gonna smile and laugh. I'm gonna be team on this though. I just want.
So right now, you're not team Ernesto. That's all you saying. You saying as it stands right now, you are not team Ernesto. Dang, Brown family, man, I got the rock and roll. Go back, catch up on this part when you get a chance. Anybody else? I'm about 85% for sure. I'm going to come back and tag out a little bit more. If not, try to finish up with Dre tomorrow. And then use Thursday as a catch-up freestyle day where I combine them all. And then that'll leave me open to start next week on Lamont. Brown, Shirley wasn't looking for Nesto. and would have rejected. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me read that again. Shirley wasn't looking for Nesto and would have rejected that proposal if he had not made it public, really, and had not hoodwinked and bamboozled the people that Shirley valued. Nesto set Shirley up. Would it be fair to throw one more name in there? There's somebody else that played match, making match, if I remember correctly. Somebody else played Mitch and Match. I think so. And the rest of what you said, it could have been a setup. It could have been a setup from the word go. Listen, let me put my girl back up there one more time. Look at that ponytail, boy. That girl ain't no joke, boy. That goddamn top attorney. Listen, I kept my word. I said I wanted to get up out of here in between 8:30 and 8:45, and it looked like that's going to be able to happen for me. So what we're going to do is we're not going to say goodbye at the end, even though my thing says the end. We're going to put a thumbtack in it right here. We're going to come back and we're going to finish this out. And no matter what happens, unless I'm not alive, Thursday, I say again, Thursday is the evening you want to bring your coffee. Then we can have the chat lit up. I love reading the chat. It's one of the things I always said and promised myself I would do if ever given the opportunity to get on this stage. Because it wouldn't be anything without you guys. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just be sitting here talking to myself. Ms. Dre said, Dre listened to the bond hearing where Judge Manning talked about those pictures and gave him that $800,000 bond. Dre figured something must be behind it because that's not a tag put on a lot of people. True. But again, the only reason why Nesto, I'm giving him a little bit of wiggle room is because there could be something else going on and he just wind up being a goddamn target. So then again, oh boy, that's going to cause me to be here forever. I got a clip that I want to bring back up to y'all. All right. I'm going to bring that clip because I cut it today. And it doesn't have anything to do with Dre. Actually, it has something to do with Sonya. All I'm going to say is this. If they cut that one phone call, but out of all the phone calls that Nesto and Sonya got or have, it's this one particular phone call. Sonya says something to Nesto. I got a funny feeling them people are going to use that against his ass. There's probably countless more that you guys could probably think of, but there's one because it's identical to what another female that has claimed foul against Nesto for this. She called foul. You violated and attempted to physically violate me. What that girl said and what Sonya said, if that boy go up in that courtroom and try to fight that, and that girl testify, and they come back and play what I'm going to play for y'all, it's over. Now it's time to say goodbye. Nesto will be cooked. Listen, my name is Kaazon. I'm in charge of the K Factor. I love agreements, disagreements, long as we keep, just in case the babies swing through this later on, just in case. And remember, I'm a historian, so I'm, periods, times, dates, and stuff locks into my head. We're a long ways away from what our peoples once were. All the way down to the relationship.
Beat money.
Grandma and them don't have 14 and 15 kids no more, do they? Not really. Absolutely. Mo, I'm purposely not going to read your comment. I want you to bottle that, hold that in your left hand. I want you to I already answered. And she's still my girl. And still, made me go to my strawberries.
Beat money.
But Mo, I'm purposely not gonna read that one particular question. But I'm gonna answer it, yes. Kaazon, was it go to the back of the bus? With a mind like that, Mo, I don't be messing up or cutting up. But if I did, you might could be my attorney. She put some emphasis on it too, didn't she? It stopped me in my tracks when I first heard it. To add on to that question, did my girl know about Erica? Or was Erica a complete stranger to Shirley? It's stuff like that. See, that's what I'm saying. We just the K factor over here. We put it all on the table. We iron it out. See what we come up with. Because at the end of the day, I'm fixing to eat and take my ass to bed in my house. I'm sure y'all finna do the same thing. Now, I'll be about to call you by your other original name. Brown family, Shirley worked hard to have her career. She would have never gotten involved in a scamming situation because she worked for the lifestyle she deserved. Oh God, man, this is going to be so much fun. I have no problem with that. Absolutely. Guys, listen, this was the K. My name is Kaazon. I'm in charge of the K Factor. Shout out the phone calls from prison to make all this possible for us.
Beat money.
We're sitting here on the Gulf Coast, the Pensacola, Florida. Last time I checked, I think it was down to like 65 degrees on a clear night. Any questions or concerns, please email me at kaazon@gmail.com. That's Kaazon, Kaazon @gmail.com. There's a Cash App just in case, $, Kaazon, Kaazon Senior, SR. That'd be Kaazon Senior, $ first. I know Erica wasn't. Mo, you playing. Keep it in the raps, though. Keep it in the raps, though. Just hold it. Hold it. See, that right there going to encourage me to turn that 85% into a 99.9% for tomorrow. I appreciate you guys coming in. Listen, hit the like button for me. If you didn't hit it coming in, hit it going out. Listen, subscribe to this thing. We do way more than just listen. There's a body of information over here that can coordinate in with this. All I know, Mo, if you would have said air mattress in that last thing I'm looking at you wrote, when you think M's JJ, if you would have, and when you, I got the one, if that would have been it, okay? It. I'm going to give y'all props on one thing before I go. Y'all definitely know a lot more about Erica. Erica has not been my primary or my secondary focus, although I do know she's does exist. And I do know that some kind of way she came out of jail. And I normally knows what that means, but hey, we'll see how it unfolds.
Beat money.
Okay, guys, y'all be careful out there. Have a nice evening. This is Kaazon, the K Factor, signing off. The saga is to be continued. Signing out of here. Remember, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that like button for the old man on your way out. And we will gather up and see what we come up with tomorrow. It's almost official now. Have a nice evening. We are officially out. Good night, everyone. Good night.